Hey everybody, this be Big Fitness, coming to you live from the place that jives. How y'all doing out there tonight? Are you having a hard day? Has it all been rough? Well, it's time to take a puff and listen to JoLynn Harrison, cause she's
off the cuff. That JoLynn Harrison, she's
Say what? Say what? Got it.
off the cuff.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Today's episode, we got some really interesting guests here. We got Jeff Young and Lee Robinson. I'm gonna give it up. Give it up. You can clap too. Maybe you want to clap. Anyway, these two guys are like a couple of the best musicians around in Raleigh. They play in a band called Thunderstruck. How did you guys meet? How did you guys decide to collaborate?
Well, I can say this. I actually had another ACDC Tribute Band that I was trying to push and was not making very much headway, and came to the decision that I need to make some changes, and I felt like this guy had what it took to, come front the band. And I had asked him, hey man, why don't you learn a couple songs?
But this went on for a couple of years. Is that
It did.
true?
It actually did. Yeah.
And he kept saying, "No, I can't sing. No, I can't sing."
Well, I think it was about 5 or 6 years, and not necessarily I felt I couldn't sing, but I felt like I couldn't sing the part. ACDC music is very demanding, and Jeff is very demanding, so I figured do it right or don't do it at all. It's kind of my take on it. And so I turned Jeff down for many years.
He did. He turned me down.
And finally he kind of gave me no choice. He fired a singer and said, hey, be at practice Tuesday, and you're our new singer.
And the guy came out and he sang If You Want Blood, You Got It. And I was like, that's really freaking good. That's really good. And I said, let's try a Brian Johnson song. And when we did What Do You Do for Money, Honey, I was all smiles. I could not contain myself because what I heard coming out of his mouth was, wow.
You guys collaborated, and it just took off.
The lineup now with George on drums and Karen on bass and Paul on rhythm guitar, everybody is a cohesive unit, and we function very well together and get along great. And Thunderstruck is a strong band. Where Thunderstruck is right now is exactly where I would like it to be, and just want to keep building on it and building the name and the brand. We have the sound, and with this guy we have the voice and the front man, and I can't,
And this guy on stage is ridiculous because he, you go see a Thunderstruck show, and every show is different. Jeff goes and he starts jumping off and walking through the crowd, playing to the crowd. And this guy just starts singing to people, and he can make people do things from the stage. I've seen him do it. And he can make people do things, but it just seems like it's a fun environment. It's a fun band to go see. You want to go check out Thunderstruck. Anytime they're in the area, you have to make sure you go see them play. All right, we'll be right back.
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff. It's off the cuff.
Just the cuffs.
All right, so anyway, I got to bring this up. So you, Jeff, is this right? You were playing in a band with Lee's dad. Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
And Lee was 8 years old or 7 years old.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes. I'm showing
dated
my age.
yourself.
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely showing my age.
I can remember ginger snap cookies at my grandma's house, and I can remember the time I cut my hand open with a pocket knife that I wasn't supposed to have, and I can remember watching Jeff and my dad play as a kid, and all 3 of those events took place before kindergarten. So 8 years old is a bit of a stretch. I would go more like 4 or 5, and
man, that is.
So we put some dates on some things.
Oh my God.
So yeah, there's an age.
Killing me
There's
over
an
here.
age thing here. So on a serious note, I got to talk to you about something.
Okay.
So you are a cancer survivor.
Yes.
You want to
yes.
touch on that a little bit? Because I don't think people, they see Jeff whipping the hair and sweating, and taking his shirt off and playing a killer-ass guitar with Thunderstruck, but there's something that you've had going on that's all done, right?
Yeah, well, before Thunderstruck, and I can say this, I had my trials and tribulations and had a lot of stuff to go through, and it was not easy. I had an intestinal cancer that was classified as, is really bad stuff, and they didn't even have a chemo or very much of any kind of treatment, to treat it, and the survival rate was very low, like 1%. So
That's amazing.
I can say that making that through the radiation and the surgeries and so forth, and coming out the other side, I'm a 1% survivor, and I'm proud of it. To have gotten it and made it through the other side, I'm feeling pretty positive about it.
Well, that's good. I mean, you can tell that he's full of life now, because I can't imagine what you were going through during that time.
It was a tough time, definitely.
It was a tough time, but you know what? You're cancer free now.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Looking
You're rocking stages from here to Fairfax. Now, Lee. Now, you've had a little touch with fame lately.
Yeah.
You wanna give the viewers, because what started out as what people thought was a Facebook hoax,
Yeah, true. A lot of people did not believe that.
and they all blamed him.
I blamed him.
A lot of people didn't think that I'm making this up or whatever, and but Lee actually did get a call. I got the phone call from the agent for ACDC, and they wanted to talk to Lee Robinson about auditioning, and it's a real thing. And I was in disbelief when it happened, and I did some number back checking and reverse phone number lookup type stuff, and I was like, I think this is the real thing. And so I called Lee, and I was like, dude,
And,
guess what?
And what happened? You didn't believe a word of it, did you?
I did not. I was hoping that George Onda, our drummer, would have called me, because then I would have known right out of the gate it was a joke, it was fake, whatever. But Jeff called me, which led me to believe there was something serious about it. And Jeff knows I live an hour from him. I have to work daily. Gas is an issue. Time is an issue. And I just told him, flat out, I said, dude, I'm on the way to your house. I'm leaving work early. Takes me an hour to get there. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my money. And he just said, hurry up.
Show the fuck up. We need to talk.
So you realized it was for real?
No, actually, I didn't believe it at all. I called the guy the next day after speaking with Jeff. I called him and got in contact with him, and with his office. And they already knew who I was, which was a relief. But they gave me 2 days wait period, and in 2 days they called me back, and I still kind of was on edge about it. And then within 2 more days, I had a flight schedule and hotel reservation. Yeah, they got a little more serious then, and then I arrived.
It was a pretty expensive hoax if it was.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was going with, was
His Jeff on the other end.
Somebody sucks, somebody really sucks.
I knew it was real. After I had done a reverse lookup on the number, I was like, dude,
Because when
this
this
is the agent.
When that thing hit, I mean, everybody on Facebook was just, go for it, Lee. You're the man. You're the man. You're the man. Everybody was just giving you props because they know.
And my initial thought was it was a hoax, so let's calm down. And then my secondary thought was, if it's not a hoax, let's calm down and let's not spread the word too fast, because we don't want media jumping on this. We don't want to hype around something, And so, was anybody out of line for saying what they said? No. Everybody was excited.
We had to keep it low key.
Yeah, but we wanted at the same time to keep it under wraps, until it was okay not to.
So then you get in a plane and you go to where? Atlanta?
I go to Atlanta, Georgia, yes.
And you played for a couple hours
About
and
2 hours.
played a crap load of songs with the band ACDC.
With ACDC themselves.
Do they all have their British accent?
Yeah, they all had accents. You know, it was kind of great. Nobody was super hard to understand. Just different. You know, everybody kind of talked slowly, I guess, just to make sure we could bridge the gap.
Right, it's like the people in the South talking to me, because you know, I'm from Jersey.
Right.
So they have to say it a few times.
So
I don't get it. Well, we have a like you guys down here say bless your heart. In Jersey, we have a whole nother definition of bless your heart.
yeah.
And it's not as nice as it is then. So when I hear somebody, oh bless your heart, I'm like, yeah, you too, you know?
It depends on whose grandma you're talking to down here, what it relates to.
Yeah, they loading the gun and popping that Marlboro out of their mouth all the time. So
I don't smoke, for the record.
so you go, you play, they love you.
I hope. They acted like it.
And then, but you weren't allowed to take any pictures. You weren't allowed to like leak it out or anything until after the
Well,
fact.
and I've said this time and time again, you know, if you go into an interview anywhere, if you're going to McDonald's, you're going, you know, to work for the president, you don't go in there and you don't take pictures of your interviewer. You don't take pictures of your manager, your boss.
But it's ACDC.
It is ACDC, but at this point, I'm potentially ACDC. So I have to go in there and be as big as ACDC. I don't
gotcha.
have the option of fangirling it, you know.
Right,
I have to go
right.
in there and strut, and which I did a terrible job of. You know, but at the same time, you do the best you can with what you're given. And
So what I heard was that you actually gave the gig to Axl Rose. Is that right?
yeah,
You
basically,
walked
you know,
away and said, Axl, you do it, buddy. I don't have time for this. I got to work construction during the day.
I felt kind of bad for the guy. You know, I was like, he's trying to come back. Guns N' Roses needs to hit off. No,
Broken leg, right?
it wasn't broken at that point.
What is now?
It is now.
And he sits there like a king. So
He's on 2 feet now, though.
yeah. So anyway, when we come back, we're gonna play a little game called Look at Your Pictures. But it's not bad because I went to these guys' Facebook pages and I looked at every picture. These guys must have known it was coming because they must have cleaned their act up because I didn't find any dirt. So, but we do have some pictures that we're going to show you real quick and then probably a live performance after that. Is that correct?
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. I went to their Facebook pages, and I didn't find any dirt. It's clean as a whistle. So what I did do is I pulled up some like rock and roll pictures because we do have 2 rock and rollers here. So here's the first picture here. If you look over the monitor, see the monitor over here?
Yeah.
You're right there, Jeffy. See, there's Jeff doing his thing.
Wow, I haven't even seen that picture. That's crazy. I've not even seen that one.
That's an old school picture too, actually.
Yeah.
That's old school. All right, we're going to click to the next picture. And there's like a boss.
That's
But
very-
look at the crowd. I
that's
mean, you
very
guys are
new
playing
school.
some festival, but look at the crowd.
Yeah.
Is that like a smoke machine bar or is that like coolness air?
It is a smoke
It's a
machine
smoke
bar.
Is it really? It looks like a piece of PVC.
You can see
tube.
Jeff in the background having just as crazy of a moment as I am. Just
Yeah.
I'm too fat in this way.
Yeah, you guys are like doing the same thing, but that face is, you know, only a mother could love it.
I think it's because I was wearing that rock and roll junkie shirt and I was disgusted with myself.
Rock and roll junkies. All right, next picture. Here we go.
Oh.
And there's the. I had to get that picture.
The
The rock and roll junkies. And we're gonna have them on. They're scheduled to be on this show
Well, I
too.
hope so.
So yeah, and I'm rocking the Thunderstruck T-shirt that I had
We
to pay
appreciate that.
for. I had to pay for this shirt.
Well, that was
I
back
get
when we didn't know
nothing
who you
free.
were. We're just like, you know, who's this random person?
Yeah, who's this? What is this person?
We need $10.
What is going on with
Gotta
this?
get home. We gotta
Buy a
gas.
shirt.
There's-
There's Karen.
There's Karen Dalton.
She is bass player extraordinaire.
I mean, she's a sweetheart. I know her. I know Alex. I mean, these guys are. I mean, she's very humble.
Karen's awesome. Let me tell you.
And there's not too many other girl bass players around, is there?
Not
that you're aware
many
of.
that I'm aware of. I've played with Karen now for probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and Karen is so solid and such a solid member of Thunderstruck. I would have a hard time imagining even doing it without her. So, yeah.
There's George back there. George is new drummer, man.
He's our newest
Yeah.
member.
Your newest member.
We went through a bunch there in a very short.
Yeah, drummers are hard to find, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're your friends too. These drummers that are not playing in a band, and I don't get a phone call. But I know, you know, George.
Well, we did put out a word on the street, you know, we're auditioning drummers.
And it was, you know, I understand. I get it. But it's funny when I was talking to him, and he's going. I said, "So how's the band go? Oh, we can't find a drummer." And I'm sitting there and I'm doing like, you know, on my leg, going, "You know, I'm a drummer," but I wasn't saying anything because, you know, I mean, it's all good. I mean, this stuff just goes and it's the way it is. That's all right. I'm not going to call you when I have a band either, or you.
Well,
You guys are good when you're doing this whole back-to-back thing like this, like singing and rocking out. And let's go to the next one.
Oh, God.
Okay.
oh wow.
I had to put this
Lee.
picture in. You know that.
Fair enough. You know, this was actually my BBC radio interview. And, of course, you know, Axl Rose had just got picked. And it was a big... Everybody was, like, voting Lee Robinson, Axl Rose, whatever. Bottom line is, there were some things in this interview that were truthful to what I said, but not entire to what I said. So, I didn't make this picture. I think it's hilarious. I actually love Guns N' Roses, and I cut my teeth on Guns N' Roses, you know, and I couldn't sing ACDC now if it wasn't for me trying to be Axl Rose back then. So I love Guns N' Roses. I love Axl Rose. I don't love him for ACDC, but then again, I'm a little biased. So there it is.
So, folks, you got to go check these guys out.
That's bringing the rock.
That's bringing it. I mean, these guys bring it to every show, and we wish them nothing but good luck and more gigs and better gigs and more paying gigs and, you know, right? Better bring the moolah moolah. Hey, we're all trying to get moolah moolah here. I'm looking for a sponsor for this mess of off-the-cuff thing I'm trying to do here so we can get some real equipment. So, sponsors, give me a call.
I'm impressed with the green screen.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to be right back with some music from these guys. Stay tuned. Be right back.
I'll be damned. Here comes your ghost again. That's not unusual. Just that the moon is full, you decided to call. Here I sit, hand on the telephone, hearing a voice I know. Couple of light years ago, headed straight for the pole. We both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. Yes, we both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. See you sitting there with snow in your hair, and we're staring out the window of a creepy hotel over Washington Square. Breath comes in white cloud, mingles and hangs in the air. Speaking strictly for me, we both could have died right in there. Yeah. Now you're telling me you're not nostalgic. Well, give me another word for it. You are so good with words and keeping things vague. 'Cause I need some of that vagueness. This all come back too clearly. Yes, I love you dearly. And if you're offering me diamonds and rust, well, I've already paid. Yeah, we both know what
sound like fucking money to me, man.
Oh, now I am. Alright, I want to thank my guests today, Jeff Young, Lee Robinson from Thunderstruck. Go take care and rock out to these guys. Bring it on, guys.
You're walking in bars, riding in cars, never gonna give it for free. Your apartment with a view on the finest avenue, looking at your feet on the street. Always pushing, shoving, satisfied with nothing. You bitch, you must be getting old. Stop your life on the road while you're digging for gold. You make me wonder. Yes, I wonder. Honey, what do you do for money? Honey, what do you do for money? Oh, where do you get your kicks?
Alright, cool, we're good? We're good.
We're having a real good
What are you
time.
drinking there? Are you drinking something good?
Little sweet
It's just
Jersey.
it's Diet Coke for all the
Yeah.
people out there.
And I'm on coffee.
And he's drinking coffee. It's off the cuff. Off the cuffy. Off the cuff. Anyway.